We traveled in our canoes. That was our life. Our life today, we're trying to regain that strength and walk together as a people and pull in these waters as a people, as a nation. Unfortunately, today, we have a high rate of abuse against our Native American women. If you look at the statistics, 1 out of 3 Native American women will be raped in their lifetime. 1 out of 3. That to me is way too high. And it is completely unacceptable. And it should be not only unacceptable in our communities, but it should be unacceptable to the United States of America. We asked Congress to pass a bill, the Violence Against Women Act. During the lame duck session, it failed. So we come back. It is now 2013, and we still are asking Congress to protect our Native American women. And we will stand strong. We will be in DC. And today you don't have to be in DC. We have our cameras, we have our phones, we have multimedia, and we will speak loud. We are asking Congress to stand with our tribal communities to help us enforce laws that protect our grandmothers, that protect our little daughters, that protect our sisters, that protect our mothers. We ask Congress to stand with our nations so that our women can live healthy, productive lives. As I look out here in this crowd today, it is beautiful to see each and every one of you here. As was stated, it's not only our Native American people, but others who come together with one heart and one mind. I want to hear some of the women. Let's hear you. All the women here, let's hear you. Now that's some power right there. I want to ask a question to our people here today. I want to hear from the men, those men who are willing to protect our Native American women. Let's hear you, men. And together we will stand united. For Chief Teresa Spence, we'd like to offer up a song. I have here some women from our Sahobj Nation from Tulalip, and those of you who'd like to join us. We are going to sing a women's warrior song. This song comes from Canada, and it's for all of you, yes, for all of you who'd like to sing this song with us in strength, in honor of our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunties, and for our children unborn. We ask you to sing with us. We will have 4 verses, and on the 4th verse we will stop drumming and we hold our hands up. On the 4th verse. So again, I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here, for bringing your drums, because today we will be idle no more.
Yo.
our Canadian and those Indigenous women who suffer each and every day from abuse. We can stop this, and we will together. Tigwitsi.
Aho, thank you for that. Thank you for those words. Thank you for bringing that out. If anybody out there that did know that was going on with that bill and that act and whatnot, you know, now you know. And it's our women, it's our sisters, our mothers, and our grandmothers. Aho. At this time, I'd like to call upon a man that I hold with the utmost respect and the utmost love that anybody can have for anybody. And this is the man that heads up our family, the one that laid the foundation for me and my kids and my canoe family. This is my dad, Steve Old Coyote. I'd like to call him forward, share some words. When we had this day in mind, you know, we did that flash mob at Westlake, and it went real good. And it was powerful, and you know, there was a lot of solidarity and united peoples there. And a brother by the name of Rob Satayakam wanted to have a flash mob prayer circle, flash prayer. And you know, I heard him say those words, and I knew where he was coming from. So when we were discussing this day with my cousin Lawrence McGill, and we wanted to have a day of prayer. So many different people from so many different backgrounds, religions, different ways to pray. We wanted to bring all that together because that power of prayer, you know, it's awesome. And I know that there's a lot of things that need to be heard from a political view, just to bring that awareness and educate myself, and educate the ones that are kind of not clear about, you know, the laws and what happens in those offices with the politics and whatnot. And that's important. But what we wanted to do today is we wanted to pray. We wanted to come together with that one heart, one mind, and with our people, and with our children, and all people in those thoughts. And so I asked my dad to come over here and share some of those prayers, share some of those words of encouragement, maybe share a little bit of his life. So at this time, I'd like to ask Steve Old Coyote if he would come forward. Ahu.
I like that. I like that because he introduces me as that great man, all that dad. That's pretty common, but yeah. Thanks a lot, James. Sacred Water family has got strength, we've got power, we've got love, we've got happiness, and we've got all of that in our heart and our soul and our mind, and it was brought to us by the backbone of this family, who is my beautiful wife, Rita. 1964, I went to a little group meeting. It wasn't nothing like this, but just a few little guys sitting together. And we were at this park down in Oakland, California. And they were talking about making changes. They were talking about standing up for things. And in those days, I didn't even understand what that was. We just kind of took things the way it was and figured that's the way it was going to be. We didn't know we had a voice. But as time went on, we started meeting other people and started getting together and started fighting for this. So I started fighting for this very cause that we're fighting for today in 1964, and I think it's a damn shame that we still got those things to face. But we do, and like one of our people said, we'll fight as long as we have to. We stood up, some of us, and they decided the best thing to do was to get us out of the system, to get us out of the communities and everything, so they took about 5 of us, and they put us in prison. They sicked some guys on us and stuff, and I ended up standing up for myself, and I got 10 years for self-defense. I thought it was supposed to go the other way around, but not for us. So we got in wall, and those guys started talking in there. And a man named Phil Lane came and talked to us. And he said, you know, all that's happened is that you guys got into this battle and all of this fight, and you forgot something. You're carrying all of your weapons, but you're not carrying your pipes. You're not carrying your whistles. You're not carrying your drums. We will survive. We will conquer this whole business in the end, and we will do it behind the power that we receive from our spirituality. We are people of spiritual quality. We live our lives that way. We love this land. We have songs for this land. We have prayers for this land. This land that is as beautiful as you are, that is beautiful as everything that you can see. We are part of that beauty, and we will live that way no matter what. I was sitting in the hole. We started a thing called the Confederated Indian Tribes inside the prison. And that was before we had anything in there. And we asked for a feather. That's all we asked for was a feather, one feather for us to pray with. And again, they came and locked us up and put us in the hole. I was down there in solitary confinement on that restricted diet and all that kind of stuff they try to scare you in. For 3 months. For 3 months I sat on the floor and I stared at the wall. And I looked up and I said, God, how in the world did I ever let this happen to me? How did I let this happen to me? And that's when Phil Lane got a hold of us. And that's when he started talking about spirituality. We got our pipe, we got our feather, through a lot of hassle and stuff, but we got it. And there were 63 of us in there at that time. And out of that, I think only 3 went back. The rest of us stayed with our spiritual powers, stayed with our spiritual instruments. We started sun dancing, we started sweating, we started doing all we had to do to stay out of that place and to get our life together. And we did that. But I had a lot to live down. As this lady talked about the abuse of women, I am one of them abusers. In my younger days, I used to push the women around, slap them around, take their money and all that kind of stuff. I did all that. I'm no better than anybody else. I laid on these very hills out here blind drunk with the very money that the woman I was with needed to feed her kids with. And I did that. But that's the shame that I live with. I have been with my wife now almost 40 years. I have never cussed her. I have never called her a bad name. I have never struck her in any way. I don't do that. I stay behind what I believe. And I believe that we should not do that. That's what my pipe taught me. That's what my prayers taught me. When I became involved with this Cat Medicine Society, we started working hard on that. We started doing a lot of things. But one thing is that we must always remember to embrace your spiritual life. Hold it dear to your heart. If you're going to make a fan for yourself to pray with, make 2 and give the first one to a woman. You men do that. Whenever you make something for yourself, to make yourself strong in that way, make 2 and give 1 to a woman. It doesn't matter what woman. Just give it to her. Here, sister, I'm sorry. Apologize. Stand up for ourselves. Stand up as good men, as good people, as safe people. My wife is not afraid of me, and she came in one day